This video is why Mirra Andreeva already is and could become a major problem on the WTA Tour. The reason for this is that a lot of players have dualistic strengths and weaknesses, meaning there is something they do very well, but on the other side of that is a weakness coupled with it. For example, a player could be very powerful, but they could lack consistency. Or they could be very strong, but lack a certain amount of speed. Or they could be very fast, very athletic, but lack shot making ability. So what you see with a lot of players on the WTA Tour, there's some things they do very well, but there's a certain weakness or drawback attached with it. For example, Aryna Sabalenka, very powerful, medium consistent, but isn't very fast on the court. Iga Swiatek, very fast, very athletic, but sometimes lacks consistency. Coco Gauff, very athletic, big serve, but isn't a very natural ball striker. Madison Keys, very powerful, but lacks consistency and isn't a great mover. Jessica Pegula, very consistent, very good shot maker, but lacks a little bit of power and movement as well. So just my point with that being is that there's a lot of players who have very positive strengths, but they also have a certain weakness coupled with it. There's a certain area of their game where they're not quite as strong or proficient in. But you look at Mirra Andreeva, and she does everything pretty well. And she gets all these positives, all these great attributes to her game, but she doesn't really have the weaknesses or the opposite drawback side paired with it. For example, she hits the ball pretty hard, but she doesn't lack consistency. She doesn't lack control. She's very fast on the court, but that doesn't mean she lacks strength, and it doesn't mean she lacks power. She's able to pair all these things together: great power, great ball striking, consistency, speed, movement, and strength all together. She may not be extremely dominant in any one area. She's not the best mover. She's not the hardest hitter, but she is one of the most consistent players, and she does have some of the best ball placement and creativity. But I'm just saying that she has all these really strong attributes in her game, and there's no clear weakness paired on the other side of it. So that's why there's so much to really like about Mirra Andreeva's game. At 17 years old, it's amazing she's having as much success as she is, and she looks like she can play well on all surfaces, and she doesn't appear to have a clear weakness or a bad matchup in her game. It looks like the ceiling's only the future from her, as her serve will probably get better, the forehand and backhand will get bigger, and she has no problem moving on the court. She can play long points, she can play short points. She seems to consistently play the best option available, and she's very versatile in what she can do on court. So that's why I see her becoming a major problem on the tour. And if Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, Coco Gauff, if those three players aren't already concerned, I think they should be, because there's a lot Mirra Andreeva can do well, and there's not a lot holding her back.